Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another FCMG Producers Log. The date is December 5th, about 3:30 in the afternoon right now. Going live to Twitch, so if you're watching, you know that already. Basically, I haven't been on for a while, and I apologize to you, but been doing a whole lot of work with some podcasts, some live streams, getting some stuff together for the future. For 2020, I'm going to be doing a big push, as everyone always loves to say. But I'll be producing a lot more content. I've got a plan and a schedule for my vlogs here. The producer's log is going to be shared on Mondays. I'm going to be recording it on various days of the week. Hopefully, I'll be adding in some extra content, and I'll have a standard recording day coming up. I'm going to be shooting for Mondays for recording on this. This is only my stream. There are going to be some more parts that are coming out for the live stream portions. I'm going to be going to King Studios and doing some live stream stuff. I'm going to be going out to Harley Newman. We're going to be doing some live performances with him, which I think you'll really enjoy. He does Sideshow. If you haven't known him yet, I've done a lot of work with him before with PBS. We put out a little video. We've done some other stuff where we've created some short form content, which we'll be sharing on his new social media pages at the Harley Newman and on Facebook, the Harley Newman. We'll be populating those soon. Those are just fresh pages right now, so there's not a whole lot of content out, but we have a lot of stuff in the works, and we're really excited to have everyone on board and watching and all that jazz. Harley Newman's a very interesting one. I've known him for a long time. And he's done a lot to help me out as a creative professional, as someone who's going into a field that's not as financially viable all the time. It takes a little bit more work to get where you really want to be. So he's been a great inspiration, a huge help, and I can't thank him enough. And I'm really excited to be doing some content with him. Really interesting, and it's gonna be a great time. I'm gonna get this stream. I realize I don't typically do this too often. You might hear some audio right now. I apologize, but I'm gonna be getting this stream. I'm gonna share it to Facebook because I don't typically do that, and that's not good. So let's see. Alrighty, here we go. Copy that. Oh, let's mute this. You probably just heard me talk to myself. Anyway, yeah, so been working on a whole lot of stuff with the podcasts. I'm excited for that. Okay, so getting this shared to Facebook right now. Let's post that. Done. Cool. All right. So, Harley Newman. TheHarleyNewman.com is going to be his new website. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff there that we've shot recently. I'm going to be getting some updates done tomorrow. So, if you check that out today, it might not be live. I forget if it is or not. Let me check. No, it is not live. So it'll be opening up soon. You'll have some cool content to check out there. Oddity U students will be getting a login, which I think is really cool. Eventually, we're going to have a section on the website that's going to have a members login for those of you who have been through the Oddity U courses. Those logins will allow you to access course material. There will be some videos of Harley's lessons. There will be some exclusive content, and whenever he does an Oddity U course, I'm going to be around filming. I'm going to add that content to the archive, so future students will actually be able to look back at questions that they've asked Harley. They'll be able to get reminders for what they're working on and all kinds of specifics like that. So it's going to be a really cool value proposition there. And then also, there'll be some content going up on the the actual website for the public facing side of it. There will be some interviews that I did with Harley, some interviews that I did with other sideshow people, and really interesting characters. And I'm excited to share all that stuff. So check that out at the Harley Newman. He'll be on Instagram as well. He'll be on Facebook, and he'll have a website. In addition to that, I recently recorded a podcast with Harley. So on Friday, which is tomorrow, if you're watching this online, it's probably already out. If you're watching an archive version, it's probably already out. But this Friday, that's December 6th, noon, I'm going to be posting that podcast. It's going to be on iTunes, it's going to be on Spotify, and also on YouTube. So FCMG Podcast, if you search that on any of those, you'll be able to find my chat with Harley. We talk about his history in sideshow. We go through his entire career and people that he's met, inspiration that he's had along the way, all kinds of creative professional type stuff. That's what the podcast is really centered around. It's talking to creative professionals about their inspiration, talking to creative professionals about their journey, their history, where they got their experience, where they got their expertise, and so on. Actually, just today, I just recorded right back there, podcast with Foley Creppy. He's a social media and marketing guru. This guy, he's so well versed in this because he's taken the hard path through slogging through figuring out social media as a member of a band, which is typically very low budget. Like you're trying to save as much money, so you're working on the free stuff and learning how to really work those features, those included features on social media stuff like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that. He's made a career out of this. So he went from a musician, and now he's working as a media marketing specialist, and he's creating a marketing collective. It's a marketing group that he's going to be working with, and they'll be focusing on various fields of work throughout the Lehigh Valley. They'll be helping small businesses hone their content strategies and build more of a digital presence. So definitely check him out. You can find him on Facebook, Foley Creppy, or if I'm not I forgot to ask him for links at the end of the podcast, actually, but I'll include some links in the podcast, which will be coming out not this Friday, but next Friday. So that's December. Oh dear. Let me get the old. Okay, that's going to be Friday, December 13th. Nice. Friday the 13th. Perfect. Favorite date right there. There you go. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Check that out. Foley and I are going to be doing a lot of work together. There's all kinds of things that we're doing in the background. I can't really give a lot of details on that right now, but it's going to be fun. That's for sure. Alrighty. Also, oh man, I don't know how I forgot this. So the first episode of the FCMG podcast is already out. That's the driveway alarm, just so you know. That's someone just came up and just delivered a package. We might have some Amazon stuff. You know what? I'll keep an eye on that in case we get something cool to unbox. That could be fun. So I did a podcast with Nate Will. That's already up on YouTube. You can check that out. The FCMG podcast. He's a rapper and producer from Northeast Pennsylvania. The NEPA scene is what they call it. He does battle rap. He does beat production. He does all kinds of stuff. He's a really, really creative guy. Super, super interesting. And honestly, check out his stuff. He creates music with his heart. Like he puts so much passion into it, and you can really tell from like when you listen to his stuff. He works with a lot of other rappers and producers in the area, so you get a really interesting mix of his style and other styles along that. It's really cool to see everything how he works it all in together, and he can mesh with other people really well. So that's Nate Will. Go check him out. It's on the FCMG podcast right now. That's already up. It's gonna be a fun time. I'm gonna be doing a lot more podcasts like that too. There's a couple of short film producers that I'll be talking with. There's one in particular, Jacob Boyer, I'm gonna have on soon. I think next week is gonna be my interview with Jacob Boyer. We're gonna be doing a podcast, and then I'll also be talking to Jackie Fiorillo, who's a student at DeSales. She's I believe she's finishing up her last. She's just starting her last semester of the digital cinematography program. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it's called. She can correct me when we talk about it. But she'll be on the podcast. We'll be talking about a short film that we produced together. It's called Apple of My Eye. And there was recently a preview, or a premiere, actually, I should say. Basically, DeSale students had a student film showcase, and they produced their films, they edited their films, they did all this stuff, and then they premiered them at AMC in the Promenade Shops over in Center Valley. That was a great experience. That was so much fun to see these things on stage and getting to get an idea of like, okay, instead of -6 decibels, if I'm producing for a theater, first of all, I should probably do 5.1 surround sound because I was missing a lot of the audio. Like a lot of the speakers just didn't have anything going to their channels, so I gotta do surround sound. Second, I think -6 would work if it was like if you're leveling your audio, going to -6 would work if you're doing surround sound. But I was doing only stereo, so I think it would have to be closer to like -3, -2 even, like really getting close to that peaking point, just because like the drop off is so extreme when the speakers are quiet. If you're at like -12 decibels, you start to lose the audio. So it was really interesting to get to experience the film in a theater, first of all, but then also getting to see people's reactions to it. Like hearing people laugh at certain points, or just hearing a reaction that you didn't expect is really, really cool. So huge thanks to Jackie for including me on that project. I'm looking forward to the next one. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Little ASMR there for you. Hopefully someone highlights that. Blackmails me with it for the rest of my life. Anyway, let's see what else we got to talk about. So, we're going to have Jackie on. We're going to have Jake Boyer. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk to them about short film production and media, TV. I've worked with both of them at PBS, actually, so that's where the connection comes from. But on the other front, so podcasting is something that I've been working on a whole lot lately, but also live streaming. So this is one iteration of me working on a live stream. But as I was experimenting with my last few, where I was switching between different cameras and different audio sources, it was kind of getting just like too many things to handle, because you have a cable coming out that's branching into a box that's going into 4 cables, that's going into several cameras, that's going into all this stuff, and it's like it's too much. It's too much at once. So I'm trying to simplify. And in doing so, I ran across something called the Blackmagic ATEM Mini. This is about a $300 broadcast switcher. It does 1080p 60 frames a second in output, which is great. Like that's you can do gaming through that, you can do all kinds of stuff and get that higher frame rate. It doesn't do 4K, but I haven't tested it yet. I think it might take a 4K signal and then pair that down to 1080, which if it could do that, that would be fantastic, because if you're sampling a 4K signal, especially on these little Sony cameras like this boy right here, this is sampling from a 6K sensor. So right now you're seeing 6K downsampled in camera to 4K, which makes it's better 4K. And then that 4K is getting encoded in my computer to 1080. So it's even more like you're pumping 6K quality into a 1080 project. So you can get some really nice color. You can get some great sharpness. Like the sharpness of my beard in this is just fantastic. And I wouldn't be able to get that with a 1080p signal coming out of the camera. So it's good to have that upsample in quality. It's good to have that kind of that headroom to work with. But I'm not sure if that works with it yet. It does do 4 HDMI inputs at once. It also does 10-bit 422. So that means these small Sony cameras can output 10-bit 422 in 1080p, get great color quality. Who knows, I might even be able to work in S-Log or something like that and have like a live LUT applied. Either way, I'm really excited to use this thing. It's a broadcast switcher. It's going to be the first one that I've ever owned, and I'm going to be testing out a whole bunch of new features. It's brand new on the market too. Like I think it just came out of pre-order on B&H Photo. So that means it's gonna kind of put me at the forefront of my field. So I'm excited to get there, and I'm excited to use that value. See if PBS wants to use it. Wink, wink. Let's see if we can get some cool gigs with that. But the plan is to be eventually doing like a TV show, like say, or like a network, broadcast network. The idea is that each day of the week is going to have a specific type of content that I'm going to live stream. I'll be working on other stuff throughout the day, so they might be at some odd times. But my plan right now is to have vlog footage coming out on Wednesdays, posting the podcasts on Fridays, and then I'll be adding gear reviews and live streams over the weekend, and the producer's log on Monday. So the producer's log is going to be the share version of it. Sunday is probably when the live stream is going to actually happen. And then throughout the week, I'm going to be shooting content to be building into that Wednesday vlog. Eventually, I want to get to the point where each day is a live stream. But each day has a very specific genre of content. So Monday would be the producer stream. So I'm just talking to the camera about the last week and all the stuff that I did, all the stuff that I got coming up. It's pretty cool. I'm working on some edits. Great. Tuesday could be I'm going to King Studios, and we're going to live stream their content. So it'll still be shared here on FCMG Stay, but it'll probably be live streamed to their YouTube channels and their Facebook pages. So I'll be doing the streaming here on Twitch. If you follow here, you'll still be able to follow all of my content and all the stuff that I produce. But eventually, I'm going to be streaming to their other stuff simultaneously using a website called restream.io. This website should be pretty interesting to use. It's about a $50 subscription per month if you want to use business pages and multiple accounts and stuff like that. But I think it's going to be a really interesting tool to work with and to build content on multiple platforms at the same time. So if you're watching this on YouTube, there's going to be a lot more content coming here live. If you're watching on anywhere else, we're going to be going there too. The idea right now is to stream to YouTube, Facebook, and to Twitch at the same time. I might figure out a way to incorporate Instagram, but I'm not really sure yet. So, and the fun part is that I can do that from my phone too. So I'll be doing some streams from my cell phone over at King Studios or with Harley Newman. He'll be doing like live performances, which I think is going to be really, really cool. But then before and after, he's also going to take the time. We're going to chat about things that he's working on, do a little bit of updates to warm people up, talk about the upcoming trick, and then we might even discuss it a little bit afterwards. But there's going to be some live performance aspect in there, and I'm really excited for that. I might also start doing live streams of the podcast. So there will be a recorded version that goes out onto iTunes and Spotify. That way you can subscribe on your phone. You can continue to get, live updates and all that stuff. You can do the RSS feed, whatever you want to do. But there will also be a live version so that as we record the podcast, people can get involved. We really, really, really want to get people asking questions. Excuse me. Asking questions on these various streams. On YouTube, people might get engaged in a different way. On Facebook, people might be commenting in the side sections. But we want to cover all that and hit all those different demographics simultaneously. So there'll be multiple places where you can go check out what's going on. I think it's going to be a pretty cool community that we're going to be building here. And that's all going to be running out of that ATEM Mini. Hopefully that thing works out, because I really want to do some weird stuff where it's like, say we do a cooking channel. There will be an overhead camera. There will be, a camera watching the stuff going on the stove. There will be like the wide room shot. And I'll be able to switch between these. I'll be able to do picture in picture. There will be a bunch of different ways that I can show content to you. and eventually I want it to be like that TV show. I think that's going to be pretty cool. So the next things that I've been doing is that UK travel vlog. If you haven't checked that out yet, go check it on YouTube. I've been starting to put it out weekly, and I have about 8 episodes. Um, I have to do some more editing on it. Like I have a couple of episodes that still need to be finished, but they're all organized. Let's actually pull some of that up right now. So yeah, the vlogs are about my adventure at the beginning of this last year through the UK. I went to visit my cousins who I haven't seen in about 10 years, so it was a good reunion. It was a great time, and I got to see into a bit of like what they're doing professionally. I got to test out my cameras when I was out there, and altogether fantastic. I'm posting this stuff late, like it's from a while ago. It's from almost a year ago at this point. But at the same time, I think it's important to get it out there. I want my family to be able to see it. I want to be able to look back on it myself, and I think there's some fun stuff in there that also. Wow, I haven't opened in a while. That I think there's a lot of stuff in there that like could be useful to producers and whatnot. But otherwise, it's like it's just another way to get to know me a little bit better. All right, so let's switch over and look at this a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna find our podcasts thing. I forget where I put it. So yeah. Okay. Okay, that goes all the way back there. Oh, I should probably do some work on that one too. Let's pull up okay, so I'm gonna find this file quick. It might take me a little bit. Julian versus log, short film products. Let's do boom. Okay, so these things are in J. Sort by date modified. Okay, looks like that's the most recent one. Let's open this one up. Let's see what we got to work with. It's kind of tough with big projects like this. Like, there's a lot of content that goes in it, and there's like stuff that comes from multiple sources. So like, it honestly, yeah, like I thought. Okay, so I don't have that attached anymore. These ones from J I can get. Okay, that's F. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if I can find them. F backups. I think that's this. Backups. Search. I love that search function. That saved me hours and hours and hours of time. I can't imagine not having this. Like, it crawls through the folders and all subfolders to try and find files within. What is this? Oh, I'm doing the wrong file. Here we go. Okay. Bada boom. Search. Is it okay, this doesn't work. I've got another project that I can show you. I've been doing some work with oh, Okay, so I found that one. Locating media is it's kind of a frustrating process. Wow, especially when it locate. Oh, nope, there it is. All right, it's locating some other media. All right, so we got all those attached. Alrighty, keep going. This is one of the reasons, honestly, this is a good time to talk about this. This is one of the reasons why file structure and organization is huge. If you're like, I have terabytes of footage. There's tons and tons of images and photos and all kinds of crap that I use. What the hell is it searching? Come on, search the do the right thing. Here we go. Come on, search. Boy. Okay. Still going through everything. C program files. That's not what I want you to search. Yeah. File structure. Very, very important to keep this going. It gets like annoying if you don't do it right. Like it just gets harder and harder and harder to fix. So if your file structure sucks, change it now. Like just do it. Just get on it as fast as you can because you're just kicking yourself in the juts. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that the stuff that this is on, I just don't have it. I don't think that I have it on the right. Did I not do the right one again? What's going on here? All right, you know what? Tired of that. No, nope, nope. I don't want to see the media. It's all unlinked. That is not the media. That's the wrong product. All right, so here's another problem: is if your file names are the same, but your structure changes, like you change where your hard drives are plugged in, it can go and search these different volumes and be like, oh, C001, I found it. This is not one of my vlogs. This is a chunk of apple in my eye. So it's pulling out different projects that not the ones that you want to do. I need to get into a structure where I'm going to be renaming all of my clips. So like if I do a certain shoot, I'll have them renamed to that shoot and then clip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But changing the actual names of these files can be very, very helpful when you're actually in the edit bay like this. Windows just all messed up. What the heck is going on here? Lumetri, get in line there, Lumetri. All right. Okay, close all projects. Nope, not saving changes to that. Okay, so changing gears. I have been doing some work with Julian Guiteau, who's a very, very driven individual. He's super great to work with. He's very inspiring. And basically, he's been doing these interviews around the Lehigh Valley with businesses, people, locations, like key places. Like this one was with the State Theater. So I've been cutting it apart. He's got. I sent him the entire interview after it was all exported and stuff like this. I did like a small version. He sent me back. I want this clip, this clip, this clip. This one goes in the long form video. This one goes in the short form video. So it's we're getting to see this whole conversation with Shelly here, Shelly Brown, who is the actually I'll just I'll play the beginning intro. I'm gonna turn on the desktop audio here, and let's see if I can't play this for you. Hopefully it doesn't echo too much through my speakers.
Hey guys, Julian Guiteau here. Super excited because today we are on set of Adventures with Julian, episode 13, at the amazing historical State Theater in Easton, PA. I have the pleasure of sitting down with Miss Shelley Brown, President and CEO of the State Theater. How you doing today?
I'm great, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm grateful.
My pleasure.
Beautiful day outside.
Beautiful day inside, always in the
Amazing.
State Theater.
It's
Look
beautiful
at
in
this
here.
place.
So first off, what is the State Theater and when did it open?
The State Theater opened in 1926, and it was a theater before that, but it wasn't the State Theater before that.
Is that like 93 years?
Mm-hmm. This
Wow.
is our 93rd continuous season.
That's amazing. And
And
You'll have to watch the interview for more. So, basically, I've got 3 cameras running. As you can see, there is the main shot here. Make this a little bigger so you can see. All right, we have our main shot right there. It's called a 2-shot because you're seeing 2 people talking to each other in the shot. Simple enough. 2 subjects included in 1 shot. Then we have an over the shoulder. This is over Julian's shoulder here. Over the shoulder shot of Shelley Brown. And then finally, our 3rd angle is a wide area shot. I wanted to get a kind of cool angle of the theater and especially the ceiling. They have this very ornate ceiling in there. And you know, I kind of wanted to show a little bit of like, hey, we're doing an interview right now. So you can see the microphone, you can see all this stuff, because it's a 9mm lens. I'm not going to be able to cut the boom mic out of it. Just not going to happen. Unless I put the microphone like right at their feet, which if your subject is wearing a dress, you don't want to do. So I put it off to the side, got a wide shot of the auditorium, and I think it looks really, really cool. These are all leveled together, but again, you're seeing this. Like this screen capture is coming from a 4K TV that's worth about $200. So it's not the greatest color rendition. When I do my color, you'll notice. Nope, it didn't. Okay. Okay, so I've been working on this in my other screen. Basically, when I do color, I typically take this out and I move it to a side screen because I've got this. I've got a monitor on the side that has way better color coverage. I think it does 100% of sRGB. I don't think it's quite 14-bit color. I think it's 10-bit color, but it's like 8-bit plus 2 whatever HDR bit dynamic range crap. So, yeah. That's what we have there, and it's not probably showing you the best color rendition. But at the same time, it's pretty not bad. So there we go. Okay, so I still have a little bit of the left to go on this video, but we're already about 7 minutes and 15 seconds into the video. It's a long one. So we're doing one long form video that has all of this interview included, and then we're going to be like, here's all the other clips that I have to add in. They're all cut out. And then we'll be doing a shorter Adventures with Julian cut. That's going to go up on his YouTube. That's going to be the content that he shares there. And that'll be a little bit more succinct. It'll have more of the style of stuff that he does. Okay, we're going to save this. Take a look here at our list. Okay. Have to pull out the pen. All right. Notes. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I didn't quite get to do the vlog content that I wanted to show you. Basically, I have to get done another episode of editing, but I think I have 3 or 4 more after that. So this series is going to run for a little bit, and then hopefully I'll be producing, like I'll have enough content in my regular vlogs to be posting there. But all of this stuff is going to be linked to a channel that I'm working on with UXL. I may have mentioned them before a couple times, but I'm really excited. I'm finally writing out that plan and getting this all kind of in order. It's been a couple weeks of like heavy work. Hey, Julian actually just sent me a message. So lots and lots of heavy work. We'll be doing I'll be getting the vlogs going, and then they'll have a content stream which is actually planned out. I'm doing 50 episodes, 10 episodes per, well, I guess it's going to be, 10 episodes per subject. The first one's going to be how to be a better digital photographer. Next is going to be how to be a better videographer. And then how to be, I think it's freelancer next. And then run a better business. It starts to get more technical as it goes on. But the idea is within each of those, like the photography section, it's going to start off using your cell phone. Like how to take better images with your cell phone. This is the camera that you have with you. So this is the best camera for you. If you don't have a cell phone, if you have an old camera from family, hand-me-down, anything that you can get your hands on, whatever comes free is going to be the best first camera for you. You don't want to have to invest a bunch of money right off the bat. I know there's some people that, like, I'm a gear nerd. I know this feeling. You get into something new, and then you start immediately, just investing in all the equipment that you can possibly get for it. And it's, it's good to get the right stuff, but you have to mitigate, like, your expectation of, like, is this going to be something that you do all the time? Or is this just going to be kind of a side hobby? So you have to budget how much you're going to really go in. And when it comes to photography, when it comes to videography, there are resources around you that you can just use. Like, I don't know, some libraries have, like, old video cameras that you can rent. Like, those would be dirt cheap. And, like, you can make fun stuff, even if it's not the greatest camera. There's a lot of free programs for editing on your phone. There's, you can go into Instagram and do some pretty good edits. So it's not like you have to have the craziest stuff. You don't even have to have, like, a nice cell phone. You can use something that's old, and you'll still be able to own your creativity and figure out what you actually want to be doing with photography without having to invest thousands of dollars. All right. So the last thing that we're going to cover here is I've been updating my website. I'm going to close this out with Julian. Pull this up. We're going to chat websites just a little bit. Alrighty. So this is my current website. Not bad. Pretty cool. Giant chunk of text. Video. Okay. That's not bad. Giant chunk of text. Cool. Image. Wow, that's really pixelated on this 4K screen. For some reason, that one's not. Okay. Oh, nope, there it is. All right. Not pixelated anymore. Took a while to load, apparently. So, smaller file size images necessary. And then that's kind of it. Got Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube tied down at the bottom. Pretty simple. Menu structure is photography, videography, services, about us, contact us, and news. All right, so about us. Cool. Big chunk of text. And that menu again. Contact us. Big chunk of text. News. I mean, this is kind of cool, but not enough content. All right. So my news section is all about blogs. I haven't really gotten enough done with this to really feel good about it. But there's some more posts that I'm going to be doing in here. I'm going to be building these sections a little bit better. Cutting out some of the blocks of text and doing some more of more media related stuff. Like this one's pretty good, where it's like, I've got a little short blurb and then a big kind of quote from someone. Video. Nice. Cool. Give some content for people to look at. This also translates onto mobile pretty well, which is good. I work in Shopify. This is that's the platform that I use. I think we just did that. Yeah. Let's look at photography. Photography's not bad. Bunch of big images, a couple blocks of text, but they're taking a bit to load, and I am plugged into the wall. So I'm using Ethernet. I guess it could be because I'm streaming at the same time. It's trying to populate the website, and it's having a little bit of trouble. But really, I should be optimizing the speed of that page. I just talked to Foley Creppy today. I was in a podcast. It's going to be coming out next week. We talked about, optimizing websites like that. And there's going to be a guest that comes on soon, Ashley Reinhardt, and another guest, Curtis Trago, who both work on, they're both programmers. They both work on websites. They do web design. And they can definitely talk a lot more in depth about improving website stuff like this. So stay tuned if you want to know more about creating websites that work for your brand, that will actually bring in customers and make conversions for you. Stay tuned for those podcasts. We'll be coming out with those soon. It's the FCMG podcast. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify. It's going to be on YouTube, the video versions. But yeah, it'll be out there. They're going to have way better insights about this stuff than I will, too. Okay, so I'm going to pop back to a single shot quick, because in order to actually edit my website, I have to go into the admin. And there's some stuff in there that I may not want to show everybody. I don't have it logged in on this computer. All right, I'm going to get that set up on another thing. We'll do a podcast about editing websites. Maybe I'll have Ashley involved. We'll do a live stream. We'll talk about that stuff. She's very knowledgeable about web design. She works at a pretty big company. They do web design for a bunch of different services, and she's always telling me, like, hey, today we did blah, 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 blah. And it's like 6 different edits that would have taken, like, if I was working on them, oh man, it would be insane. I just got a comment from Anonimo007, which is a cool number because 007's toy. Let's see. I'm going to translate it quick. Sorry for the wait there. Here we are. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hey, congratulations. Let's see. Let me see if I can translate this into Portuguese. Okay. I'm trying to just stick with me for a second. I'm going to try and do a, let's see, English to, yeah, okay. All right. All right. Okay, so I don't speak Portuguese, but I'm going to do my best with this. Parabéns a voce dois. Congratulations to you both. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you leaving a comment. If there's anything that you want to know about media stuff, I know that you're chiming in from a different language, but I'll do my best with Google Translate. And you know what? At some point, I might even be able to do some sort of integration here where I have a translator that automatically pops it up for me. That'd be cool. And then if all else fails, I can talk to my brother who's fluent in 9 languages. He could probably chat with you, no problem. But yeah, congratulations to you both. Thank you for watching. This has been another episode of the FCMG Producers Log. I do these semi-regularly. I'm going to be shooting for Mondays. That's what I'm going to be doing. Gosto de piroca. Let's see what that means. I probably shouldn't just read things from different languages before I can figure out what it means. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I like piroca. I don't know what that means, but thank you for watching. You're cool. Okay, so I'll be back. We'll be doing some more content soon from King Studios in Allentown. King Studios does music production. They work with a lot of metal bands. It'll be a fun time. I'll also be getting together with Kevin. I'm going to be working on him on another iteration of the Wanderer short film, which you can check out on YouTube. That's on, Full Coverage Media Group on YouTube. I'll put the link up in the chat, actually. Here we go. To The Wanderer. That's, well, Abandon All Hope is what it's called. It's about a character called The Wanderer. It's a short film that we produced together. It was a while ago at this point. But, yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna pop a link down in the chat for this. This is a short film that I made with a couple of friends. We did it no budget. I think I might have spent $15 for fake blood parts. Go check that out in the description. I would love to hear your comments on like how we can improve this. We did it in 2 days of production, 1 day of post production, and we had no script. Like it was everything kind of fell out of place for us right before we did it, but I had to do it for a project. So we're going to be doing things in this medieval style and kind of going for more of like a more violent kind of side of things. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show a lot of that on here, but our plan, if we can show it, is to start doing medieval weapons and armor and crafting for like SCA, LARP type stuff. Kevin has been doing this for a long time where he goes out and he does like medieval combat type things. There's these big groups that do it, and I want to bring you along, show you what's going on. You'll be on my phone. We'll be doing this and a gimbal, and we'll be mobile in the field, chatting about medieval stuff. You'll see us doing some combat. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So we'll be doing another iteration of that Wanderer short film over the next 6 weeks. We're hopefully going to get something cranked out, produced, but it's going to have some more elements of like what we really wanted in it. Meanwhile, if you leave some comments about that film, if you comment on the video on YouTube, or comment here with suggestions of like things that you would like to see. Personally, I'd like to see some gore stuff, some people getting chopped and crazy medieval crap, just because, you know, it's fun. But yeah, it's mostly going to be a concept test for doing medieval style short films. I think it's a pretty tough genre to work in because it's like, you know, you can't really show buildings and stuff. So we're doing a bit of a different take on it. We might go a little bit post-apocalypse and include things like modern buildings and like a history of the world. Like I think it'd be pretty cool to set it in the future rather than just, you know, trying to do the medieval thing like everyone else is doing. So stay tuned for that. Gonna be a lot more content coming out here. A lot more live streams. Harley Newman's gonna be coming out. We'll be doing that stuff with Kevin. We'll be doing that stuff with King Studios, and then there will be a lot of stuff here as well. We play video games every now and then. We hooked up a Nintendo GameCube. We've got 3 players right now, but we're going to get a 4th controller. And we'll be playing other games as well. Some friends of mine, Josh is going to be coming in. He'll be doing some stuff. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we got a lot of content coming your way. Right now, it's just me chatting on this thing, talking about film stuff, and it's always an AMA. You can always ask me anything. Hopefully it's film related. Sometimes it's a little more beard related, but either way, I love it when you get involved. Thank you for the comments and an emo. I know that probably means anonymous in Portuguese, but still, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting, and I'll be back again soon with another live stream. And yeah, that's another FCMG Producers Log.